this is a real. The fear is real, but it is not going to take over anything. So it is going to create more job. If you think about the printing press is a good example where printing press was released and people think that writing is going to go away, and when internet came, everyone then says that communication is going to go away, but it transformed into the different opportunities. So fear is real, but fear is not like it is going to take out the job. It is going to give you opportunity to get
I
it.
want to qualify what I mean by fear, though.
Okay.
I raise my hand from the side of fear, not that it's going to take away jobs, but as businesses, if you don't adapt to it, you will be left behind.
That's the very good point.
That's the thing. Or if you ignore it for too much time, the fear is that if you ignore it, you don't know how quickly it can impact your business.
Sure, that's a good point. So the third category fall into that one. I will say that people who believe are adapters. The people who adapt this AI technology, who want to use this AI in their daily life, or even if you are a student, you can use the AI. Even if you are a the front desk representative, you can use the AI. If you are a medical professional, you can use the AI. If you are a researcher, you can use the AI. AI is a platform, everyone can use it. If you are not adapting to it, you are going to be get behind. So my suggestion is, yeah, get into it, learn about the AI and adopt it so that you will be competitive to the market where the AI is taking us. Okay. With that, I will start sharing, and I postponed my introduction just to give you how I want to introduce myself using the AI. You can see. So where is the share? How many of you know about the Hugging Face? Hugging Face is a website where you can have your models, data sets, and space and AI. If you want to work with the AI, there are a lot of data available on Hugging Face where you can download the data, work with the AI. They have models, open source. Many people contributing here. It is an open source platform where you can find many documentation and models that you can use how AI working. So there are hundreds of LLMs in the market. We mostly know about the Anthropic or OpenAI, ChatGPT or God. There are many LLMs are available in the market that you can use, and Hugging Face is one of the place where you can find all those details, like which model is perfect for which scenario and which one you want to use it. So in this one, there is a one called Spaces where you can put your websites, similar to, if you remember, AWS is where you can host your websites, and GoDaddy, if you remember who so Spotify, wherever you want to host the website. So Spaces is another where Hugging Face allow you to host your websites, and it is some of the simple plans are free of cost. Just you open the account. If you don't have a Hugging Face account, I will strongly suggest you to create the account and start using it. Okay. Come on, my mouse, where is it? Where is my mouse?
We can see it here.
No, I am not seeing my thing.
Yeah, your cursor is actually in here. Go on the right.
Okay.
We can't actually your slides. Can you share, please?
It is not coming there.
While we're reading, my wife made some tuna melt bites if you guys want. So, please have some.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Come on. It is better to share everything. Let me stop. Okay, if you have access to internet, you can log in, click on this link, and you are going to get this chart interface.
How to go to the slide?
Come on. Where you will find this one. So I can. Is everyone on the Google Meet? I can put the URL there.
You can see it in the WhatsApp group that take with the workshop.
Okay. Okay, so this is a chat interface where I can type. So it is going to give introduction. It is my introduction. I put my resume here and my personal information, whatever I want to share to the public.
Just a question. So after you create an account, you will have this window here? No.
I will show you. I will show you how you can create how you can create your own digital presence that you can share with your people. And this is going to be your future resume. If you are thinking about now you are going to forward your URL saying that go and talk to this interface about me, and you whatever information you publicly shared here, it is going to be available to people to talk and get to know about you. So if I talk here, it is going to say who I am. So it is going to tell you whatever the way that LLM how you are interacting, you can interact and talk with them and get the answer. So it is going to give all the information where what is my professional life, where I worked and how I worked and which year to which year. So it is my all resume. If I ask some personal question,
How many kids?
that is there. I am not seeing. So it is going to say that I don't have information, but what I am getting is I am getting the text message saying that someone asked that question. So I can configure if someone asking some question about me that is not present in the information, you can get the text message that someone asked about these questions and it is not present. And yes.
So is this model only pulling information that you specifically put into it?
Yes.
It's not pulling from
No.
internet?
No.
Okay.
You can privacy, like whatever you want to share, you share it. That's all you are doing it. So you are creating your own profile about you and putting in the space and Hugging Face space and giving the chart interface, and you can select which LLM you want to use. You can use the OpenAI, you can use the Anthropic or DeepSeek, but only thing is here every question that you are answering here is going to cost you cents or minimum amount that API going to cost. So, that is the only thing here, but you can give this information publicly and make it available people to access it. So, I am going to show how you can create your own like this interface, put your own user interface and your information, and so that public can access your information what you want to share. Any questions on this?
Why they say I'm currently 50 years old?
Huh? It is saying?
50 years.
Yeah, so maybe I have that information. Okay. So, if I said what I,
Something like hidden lights. Which religion is not that?
no, that is also there, I think. So,
How much money you have in your bank? Okay, that's good.
yeah, just okay. So, this is live demo. I am going to show you how you can put your information here and get the answers like that. Okay.
What are the use cases?
You can put any information, like you can create your own profile where you want to put it, or you want to have Medina Lab information you want to put on the chat interface where you want to put like a Medina, what Medina Lab is, and people can come and answer. And any masjid information you want to put as a chat interface, and you can put MCWS and put all the information, how many events are available, what are the things are happening. You can add any information, personal information or public information you are creating. You are giving the interface to give only information what you have and provided in that space.
So it is something like what the FAQs used to be earlier as static. This is like dynamically selecting, picking, choosing, and answering the way the questions is asked.
Exactly, exactly. And an LLM is used, so it will answer in a nicer way than how we communicate.
Does it have any business use cases?
Yeah, many use RAG. So any company want to give their information, like Idris said, like FAQ information, frequently asked questions. You can put it there, and they can use it.
So basically, this is drags.
Yes. Okay. Let's go to the cursor, and I will show you how I develop this one so that you all can follow it. This is going to be difficult for me. So, Pushover is one of the website where you can register yourself, and what it is going to give you is once you registered here, you can get a notification on your phone. Pushover is a notification message service that is going to cost you $4.99 per year, where you will have one device where you will get the notification. You can have your phone or your laptop or something that you can, and first month 30 days are free, where you can register yourself and get the API keys where you want to get the information. Like as I said, if someone asks the question non-related what you have there, and you want to get the notification who asked that question, and you can have this push notification. Okay.
So what's the point of all this? I mean, what's the...
Like you want to give the resume instead of sending you someone resume if you are going for a job, okay, and you are not sending your previously PDF or Word format resume you want to give. In nowadays, it is going to be new format where you are giving your link and asking them and go and chat and get to know about me.
I see. But they don't have time to read 2 pages of resume. How they get the time to ask that?
No, they are, so again, we are thinking about how human is going to react. Now recruitment is not happening through the human interface. They are also using the AI bots who can read 10 pages or 50 pages and everything is happening through the electronics. So they will communicate and they will know you what is there and they are matching to your profile, to the job description. No human interaction is happening. We are still thinking that people are going to read your resume. No one is reading resume. You are going to be interacted after all AI work is happened in the background, then only they are going to net.
I see.
Okay, so pushover.net is one of the things that you have to use to get the pushover notification. So if you want notification, if you don't want notification, then no need to add this one. Okay, so this is the first where if you want to develop, these are the imports that you have to do in Python AI. So I am using OpenAI and PDF reader where I put my information, my resume as a PDF. That's where I am using the PDF.
No more than resume, just to add it here as an.
You can add anything. You can add anything.
Anything.
Any PDF format. Like as I said, if I want to create the Medina Lab as a interface, I can get all the information about the Medina Lab PDFs in a PDF format or a Word document or any format and add it here, and someone can go and ask the question about the Medina Lab and it is going to give you answers.
And the answers will be within the scope of the
Yes.
PDF file that you
Yes.
have provided.
Yes. It won't go beyond
You
that.
couldn't predict.
No, that's where I am going to show how you can restrict that. How you can restrict that I am going to provide it. So these are the imports that you have to do. Then you are loading the environment variables, means where you are providing OpenAI keys and all information. Where you have to store is you have to create .env file where you are going to create all OpenAI keys, Anthropic keys, which one you want to use. As if you see here, pushover and pushover tokens, and this is a Hugging Face token and Serper API that I am going to use later. So these are the all API keys that you are using. Okay.
So you don't need all of them?
Yeah, no need for all of them. Yeah. So if someone don't know how to get the API keys, so if you, where is it? If you are using the OpenAI, it is a platform.openai.com, then API keys, where you will go and create the new API keys and you will get that one. Okay. If you click on the new API secret key, it is going to give you name of that OpenAI key and you can create it. I created for this Mac demo. I am going to delete that. So because if you share this key, someone use that key, that means you are getting charged and someone getting free service. Okay. So this is how you will create, and same thing in the Claude or Anthropic. If you are using, you have to go here and you can create the API keys. If you see here, you have API keys, and same thing DeepSeek has a key where you create the key, and using these APIs you have to deposit some money in it, and that's where you are minimum $5 or $10 that are going to be expired in 1 year of time.
Can you look in some money for only that API key?
No.
As like
You temporarily create the API key. Once you use it, you delete it. That's all. But all API keys are going to go from same account.
I mean, I can put like $5 for that API key. If
No.
it's finished, then I can.
You have to create the separate account and do that one. That's all. You can't do specific API and money for that one. Okay.
Yeah, but if somebody is using only DeepSeek as a model, then you need to pay only for DeepSeek, right? I don't need to go for OpenAI.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You can do it only.
Yes. Only DeepSeek is the cheapest and API key that you can use, Anthropic is a costly, and OpenAI in between DeepSeek and Anthropic. Okay, so this loaded environment, all keys are available in the platform. Then I am running the pushover. This pushover notification is pushover user and details. If you go to the pushover thing, you are going to find the key here, and you have to create a new app where you want to enable only iPhone, and you can enable Chrome or any other environment where you want to get it. For each environment you have to pay $4.99 per year, and first month is free if you open the pushover notification. So if I once I click it, if you see, so it came a notification on my phone saying that welcome to Madina Lab. Okay, so this is how you will get the push notification from anywhere into your phone or device, whatever you want. Okay, so till now everyone is okay with this code.
Brother, what is this request.post? It is a request from the pushover library?
Yes. So this is I am creating the function where I am saying record user details. So who is sending the information? If you want, you can gather that information during your API, the interface that you have. So these are just methods that I am recording. How I want to use this tool to record the user interacted, how what is your name and email address, so that I can connect you back once you are inquiring about me and I want to know who is inquiring. I can ask these questions to the users, provide your name and email address so that I can connect with you later. So this is where the unknown question JSON. Always use this tool if someone asks some question, could not answer you, didn't know the answer because that is not available, the information that I provided. This question could not be answered, and you will send this push notification. So this is a function that is getting called when someone asks the question that is not present in the document that you are provided to this interface.
Question. So if I'm putting in a question that it can't answer and it's sending to your phone the string of my question, you don't know who I am, how can you find me?
So then I am going to ask another question, provide your more detailed information. Provide your email information, then it is going to.
And if I don't give you my email, then you don't have.
Yeah, I don't.
About me.
Yeah, I don't know. You can develop that one also. I didn't created that for this demo. You can do that one.
You can't see where I'm logging in from. You can't see my device.
Yes, you can do all those things. Like if you want to add that information that you can ask questions only after you registered, you can do that one too. I opened this to the public, whoever can come and answer it, but I can restrict that, saying that you first have to register, then ask the question. Then I am going to know who you are and what questions you are asking.
And the flip of that, can you block me? Because it's public, other people that you can block.
Yes, so that means you have to add a registration. Blocking means you delete this account. So these are the tools available for me, like one is record the user detail, one is record unknown question. So these are the two tools I am developing for someone to interact with me. So I am going to run that, then it is going to give me the detail about the tool. Then when I am handling the call, so here where I am reading the PDF, so information that you want to provide, that I am providing as my resume. If you see here, there is a resume here where I put my information, that is my public resume that I am providing. And then also I have a summary information where I put my personal information, like here, this is where he is reading, I am 50 years old. So whatever the information I have that are available in a summary.txt and my resume. That is where it is reading. So these are the information that system is reading to answer the questions. So one is a resume and one is summary, and you can add more information whatever you want to have.
Question. So regarding the push notification, if I respond and I added a new data or new information about you, chat box, is it stored in summary or stored anywhere, or it's only just responding to this chat position?
It is storing in the Hugging Face spaces. So when you are doing it, when you update again, you have to push it so that a Hugging Face space has that information, then it is going to answer it.
Okay.
So this is where the main important part of AI comes. This is a system prompt. If you use the API calls where you are giving system how it has to answer. So this is a very critical that you have to write. You are answering the question with the name that I provided here, and you are saying that your responsibility to respect the name, interaction of the website faithfully as possible. So this information that you are providing, based on this one, the LLM is going to interact. If you open this to the public, you can go gather the information and get some other information also, then it can go and get the information and add it. But I am restricting to the LLM, saying OpenAI, don't go anywhere, answer the question only using my resume and my summary data only. So this is a main part, that the system prompt that you are creating, where you are saying system prompt use my LinkedIn profile and the summary, that's all, don't use any other information. So when you are creating this chart, I am saying this is a system, that is the main information. Then I am creating the tools that I created. If someone asks the question that I can't answer, send me that as a text message. That's where these tools are coming into the picture. Okay. So then I am running this. So this chartbot is ready here. So it is currently running on the local, and with this information, if I click on this, so same information going to come here.
Which line you like asked to create this GUI?
Yeah, Gradio. So this is a Gradio. So Gradio information here with chart interface, and Gradio is a user interface, chart interface, chart.launch. If you use it, it is going to come as that. Only one line of code. Gradio is a UI, simple UI that is owned by Hugging Face. Hugging Face has this interface, and you can use that. So this is running locally now. So if I say it is, when I am running this one, if I say share equal to true, then it is going to create a public user interface. You can give the URL to the public and start using it.
So in that case, you leave the URL which you create in your eSaid space.
No, that is not. That is only Gradio has a interface where you can run. That public interface is still accessing the data from your local computer. Okay. So I am going to show you how you can put this into Hugging Face. Okay. So for creating the Hugging Face, as I said, so you have to first create the Hugging Face account, and you have to go there, and then you have to install on your local the tool Hugging Face Hub CLI. Then you have to log in with the Hugging Face, and then UV run Gradio deploy. That is what you have to do. Let's do together. Okay. So I already have a Hugging Face library here. So what I had to do is, let me see if I am. See, I am a user as a Sajid, that is there in the Hugging Face. So what I had to do is just run UV, run radio deploy. For doing that one, first what I showed you here is, it is a Python libraries, just debug information. What I had to convert that into the app.py. So Gradio, how it works is, you have to create the app.py as a your file. So I put all the information, same information in the app.py and created the app.py file. Then what I had to do is just, I had to say UV run
Space app title.
Sir, my question is, what is UV stands for? What is UV?
UV, okay, sorry, I forgot to mention about the UV is a package manager. You know Python, there is a pip. Pip is a package manager where you will install different Python libraries. UV is a very fast and very good package manager where you can install Python libraries on your local computers. So UV is developed using the Ruby, and it is 10 times faster than the pip and other installations. Enter the space title. So when you are deploying this one in the Hugging Face, it is going to ask you which one you want to use. If you don't want to get charged, then I will suggest use the CPU basic. And if you have a big application and you want to deploy into the interfaces, they have very large compute environment also, but those are going to be charged as it is used. So use the basic CPU basic.
Is this a chart in Hugging Face?
Yes.
So you already put your credit card in Hugging Face?
Yes. What it is saying, if it seems you are trying to upload or not. So this is how you deploy into the thing. So what you have to do is go back into the Hugging Face and look for that space still not created. So once you have that space, then you can add your OpenAI key in that one. Then it is going to start communicating and answering the question, and you can share that URL to the public to get answer on the questions that you get on. Any questions on this one?
What is the RAG bar?
RAG?
Yeah, what is it?
RAG is a some other information that you want to provide it, right? Here I am not using the RAG, and what I am using, I am telling them LLM that system prompt, everything is controlling through the system prompt. In system prompt, I am saying that get all the information to the question from the information that I provided in my resume and summary only. Don't go anywhere else. Okay. So RAG is again augmented information that you can have local. You can provide some extra information to the LLM. Use this information also to answer the questions. So I am not using here. It is just information I am using is the resume and summary. Okay. Any other questions on this? Your resume on.
Do they have any limitation on the size of or number of files?
Yes. So if you are using the basic free one, the very limited resources you can use it. If you have more complex environment, then you have to pay Hugging Face. That is how their monetization works. It is like AWS environment where the bigger the compute you will take, the more you have to pay. For simple your resume, the basic CPU is more than enough for you.
So you mean instead of sending like a CV or just send the link of this and they will
Yeah.
go and go through your
Yeah.
information?
Yeah.
Nobody will hire you. They'll like,
Yeah.
they will say, okay, the question is, what is your weakness? Like something like that.
Yeah, you can ask that question too.
But have you mentioned about the working things in your?
No, it will go through my document and it will create its only.
Yeah. Can't speak more.
Probably you can add to your resume weakness. There is no any weakness.
Yeah.
Instead of weakness, you can say the most difficult project.
Yeah, you can do that. You are giving information to them, and LLM you can ask the many different ways the questions that you can ask, and it will answer you how LLM answers.
Question. So companies are usually expecting a traditional resume, either in a PDF format or whatever. They're putting that in their system and sorting through the resumes using that process. Now, when we're sending a link, let's say if this is what we really want to do, their system is not designed to handle this.
Yes, that's why I am not saying it is all systems are ready currently, but in future it may be get ready where you will add this link, and if you want to chat about myself, go to the link in your resume only, and they can go and check it.
So I think
It seems counterintuitive, to be honest, because if I have the resume, I can glance over it rather than waste my time asking questions, which seems sort of counterintuitive.
Yeah, maybe.
You think about this like it's not like a resume. Like if for example for the
It's a repository
like
to
for example Medina
chat,
Lab,
right.
yeah, Medina Lab, if they have like the bylaws for example is like 20 page, so people they don't want to go over all of the policy.
Yeah.
They could just ask you.
Some other use cases are better suited for this, I think. Yeah, for business. Yeah.
I think you can think of it more as your like personal chat or like ChatGPT, right? It goes and then searches the whole internet. It already have pre-built training database. It's going to answer, right? So what this one is, let's say you have Quran and Hadith, all the collection data, right? You take the data, you create the embedding, put it in a vector database, then you put a LLM model on top of it, right? You ask question now, you can have it available as an application on your right, and then you can ask it, it will give the answer, because now the answer is coming from your trusted sources rather than coming out from the internet. So this is just providing like a more like authoritative information versus like a internet out.
I think it's because it's simple recall, it's not synthesizing data together. Like I can press control find.
So I think what it does is like there are behaviors in Jakarta is some vector database where everything is getting stored, all the embeddings, all the data you're reading, it creates into embeddings and stored into a vector database. Then put the LLM model on the top of it, right? Then the semantic search is going to bring the closest content you already have in the vector database. It's going to go pull the information from that thing based on the question you're asking. And also semantically, LLM models are created in such a way that they can go and find out the relevant information and massage it a little bit, and then providing you presentation a little bit better. But the whole data is coming from the backend vector database.
What kind of question do I need a semantic search for that I cannot use control find?
What kind of,
Keyword.
sorry.
What kind of question can we ask?
You can ask any question. I think your question is converted into a semantic search. If it can answer in the vector database, it will provide the answer. If it's not in the system prompt, you will tell, hey, I cannot answer this question, I don't have enough knowledge. Then it's going to just say, like, it's going to exit out there. Or you could say in the system prompt, which is the prompt in theory, you can say, hey, go search the internet and give the answer. It depends upon the way how you configure in the prompt engineering in the system prompt. They want to limit your semantic search within the vector database, or they want to go outside the vector database to the internet.
Question.
Yeah.
Can you have it search specific websites?
Yes. Not in this one, but I will show you how you can search different websites. This is just providing local information that you want to have chart interfaces on top of it for your specific data set that you want chart interface. Like, good example is MCWS. If you MCWS create this chart interface based on what time is Zohar Namaz, if someone asks it, or what event this week are, it can provide answer instead of you are going through multiple pages. So you can get those type of answers easily. So I use my resume as one of the example, and there are many use cases where you have a document or information that you have, and you want to provide chat interface on those documents. You can use this method and exposing that to the public.
And is it just text and PDF, or is it
You can
Excel?
or anything. Anything. Okay. So
I think it's only text. It doesn't work with numeric. Like, for example, if I put Excel, like my bank statement.
yes, it can. It can work.
Ah.
Yeah.
But you will be shelling out more money because you are pushing a lot of data into it, right?
Yes. So every answer that they are answering, it is costing you cent or something.
Yeah.
Okay, it is not easy.
Well, actually, you can do it free. Then you have got to have your own, like, inference website, cloud platform, right? Then you have LLM models are free, right? You can take that model, you host on your own, like, inference and like a application server. It goes to your own, like, internal vector database. It can answer, but like it's a lot of work that you have to do, right?
Okay. Next is as Moz asked me to provide the Crew AI agentic framework. This is a agentic framework that easy to use, that you can use multi-agent framework for your any application development, or you can have any application that you want to develop using the multi-agent interfaces. There are many multi-agent frameworks available in the market. Most popular is the MCP that created by Anthropic, and OpenAI also has their own agentic framework. And Crew AI is the open source multi-agent framework where you can create your own agents which can be used to do any type of task using LLMs. So what is Crew AI? So Crew AI, as I said, it is a Python based framework. It is open source, and it has 4 components to it. I will go through later. So it is a very easy to understand, it is easy to implement, and easy to use it for multi-agentic environment where you want to have multiple agents work for you and complete one task. So the core concept in the Crew AI are agents, where you will create the agents which are we call as the agent, as you can consider as your worker, where you are giving what work that particular agent has to complete. that is the agent. Then there is a task, what specific task that agent has to complete, that is the next step in the agent. Then the process, on the bottom I am saying execution workflow, is it should be sequential or it will be hierarchical, you can do the parallel things, or you have to do one agent first, then second agent or third agent, that is going to be defined into the process. And the crew is multiple agents together. If you have multiple agents and you want to get together, that called as a crew. Your crew is one team. You can consider crew as a team where you have one team as a team, then you have team members as the agents, and then each team members has multiple tasks that they want to do it. Any questions on overall what are these core concepts are? So when you are defining the agent, you have to clearly define what is that agent role is, what goal that agent has to achieve, and what is a backstory. Means always the LLMs work on the context, means they have to know what is their limitation, how they have to work, and what they have to work. And then which LLM you want to use. You can use the DeepSeek, you can use the Anthropic, you can use the OpenAI, or whatever. You can define that at the agent level. Each agent can use the different LLM. One agent can use the Anthropic, one agent can use the DeepSeek, one agent can use OpenAI, and then the tools. Tools is where you ask the question like, can I access website? So that is where the tools comes into the picture. It can go outside your information and gather the information. That's where you will provide the tools. Okay.
How is this different from agent? ChatGPT, they have agent.
Yeah, it is the same. They have their own agent. They develop like agent where they define what is that agent role, what is the backstory, how it is going to work, and they are using own LLM. But you want to create your own agents. This is a way that you can create. You can create the agent for OpenAI. You can create the agent for Anthropic. You can create the agent for DeepSeek, and you can ask them to interact.
Is it like the agent different from the other agent because they have different tools they have access to?
Yeah, you can create same agents using this framework too. So then the task. So when you are defining the task, you have to describe the task and expected outcomes. So how you are expecting the outcomes. And then which agent this task has to use. This task can use the first agent or second agent and third agent. Then the crew, where you will define all the agents and tasks together, and then you will say that which process it has to use. It has to use the sequential or a hierarchical. So for doing this, again, I use this as a cursor IDE. You can download the cursor IDE as a new. I will say that cursor IDE is if you use the Visual Studio, it is a steroid on the Visual Studio. So it is the most faster than the Visual Studio. It has a AI enabled. Before you write some prompt, it is going to say automatically what that prompt is, and it is it is very interactive and very advanced, I will say. So then you need the UV package manager that I said that it is again Python package manager that you can download, and then you can start using that in the cursor IDE using the UV. You just need to create I will show you how you can create the Crew AI project. Okay. So for again, if you want to use the OpenAI key, you have to create the OpenAI keys and Google API key, or whichever you want to use. You create those keys and get ready with this. Okay, sure.
Yeah, we're going to break at going to break door, then we can turn back again here. Okay.
How long is the session?
2 hours, right?
Yeah, 2 hours.
Let's bring back if you just had if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Homemade?
Yes.
Wow.
We need workshop about this, how to make this. Can LLM do this? No.
LLM cannot eat also. That we have to do. That part we can do.
So no fear.
ايوه تعب.
عمل ما عجبك.
هذا الخبز جاهز.
Yeah. So, thank you, thank you. Yes.
I think it's screen one. You need screen one because you have.
We get started? Okay, just to recap again. So, for the Crew AI, there are 4 concepts. If you understand these 4 concepts, you are easily create your own crew, means your own agentic LLM based team that can work for you, whatever task you give you. So, one is the agent, where you will define your agent, what is the role of that agent, what is the goal, and give them the backstory, and I will show you what is the backstory means, how you can configure LLM. Then you can give the tools to that agent, what tools it can use. Then you can have a task, and each task can be assigned to different agent, and combining all this agent and task together, consider as a crew, that is your team. So, agent you can consider as a team member, and each member has a specific role that you can call as a task. Then there are 2 types of processes in crew you can do, that is a sequential. Sequential means it will go how you define the agent 1, agent 2, agent 3, it will go in a sequential format 1, agent 2 and 3, and in the hierarchical format it will go hierarchical. So, as I said, so you need some IDE development environment to do this development. I use the cursor as a IDE and UV manager as a package manager, and some of the packages needed. I will share this slide, you can install those, and you should have keys like OpenAI or Google or DeepSeek keys that you want to use for making these agents. So, in simple 5 steps you can create your crew agentic with the team. One is, first you have to give the command crew AI create crew and your project name. Then it is going to give you the agent and task configuration files, where you will update those configuration files. What are your agent names and what is the user story, role, and all the information that you configure for that agent in YAML files. Then complete the task and agent, how they have to interact, which agent is going to use which task, and is it going to be sequential or hierarchical, you have to define that. Then update the main.py that is going to be get created, then just run the command crew AI and run, and it is going to run. Okay. Only 5 steps. One is crew AI, create crew and give your name, and then update the configuration files, then update the crew py and the main py. Those are the 2 Python files that are going to be created. Then run the crew AI.run, and it is going to run. Okay.
What is the tools?
Tools I will show you. Okay. Tools means you want to give the Google search. You have to go and gather the information through the Google, or you want to go some other places, Amazon, and get the product information. You can give the different tools for agents to gather the information.
You're going to share the slides, right?
Yeah, I am going to share the slides. So I have multiple applications that I want to show you. So first start with a simple application so that where you will understand what is this. So where is it? This is difficult.
Could you make it larger?
How to do the larger? Can we do larger font?
You can extend it window.
Just double click on the tab.
No, it is not coming.
There is one window on top, yeah. Full screen.
It is a zoom.
It is zoom.
If you click on command and plus, it will increase the font.
Command?
Command and plus. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So I will give first those 5 commands, right? So what are the 5 commands? So first let's create the sample project. Crew AI, create crew. I am creating in my resume now. So when you create this one, it is going to ask which LLM you want to use. You want to use OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini, or which one? So I am going to give first one as a 1. Then it is going to say within the OpenAI which LLM you want to use. You want to use GPT-4 or GPT-4.1 or so.
There is no file.
Sorry?
There is no file. Open GPT-5.
GPT-5 is not available here. You can configure that one. Then you can give the OpenAI key as I said. You can skip it because we are going to add that into the environmental file, and then it is created. If I go here, so where is my first crew? If you see here, it created all the folder structure. It has a knowledge base, it has a source, and it is a test, and here you have model. So here where you have to put the API keys. If you go into the source file, there are configuration files. One is the agent configuration, one is the task configuration. Agent is where it by default is creating the research as an agent, where it is defining the role, senior data researcher, and goal is uncover cutting edge development. and whatever the topic you provided, and you are seasoned researcher, you will go and find that topic and research it. And another agent, reporting analyst, who will take that information and generate the report about that research. So these are the two agents by default. These are going to be get created by the Crew AI. So there are tasks within it, research task and reporting task. Research task is conduct through the research and do it, and reporting task is review the context and create the file.
Why one agent cannot do both?
You can. You can provide that into the role. You have to describe the.
I mean, why people they like to have different agents?
Because each specific task assigned to the each separate agent, so that it can do specific tasks correctly, instead of creating why I can't have a whole company I can run on my own, or you want to hire the employees, because you can't do everything. If you assign more tasks to the agent, it is going to be too much task for that agent. It may complete, it may not complete. So that's where the best practice is give smaller tasks to the agent and create multiple agents instead of giving larger tasks to the one agent. Okay. So then if you go here, there are two files. One is a CrewPy, where you will define this is a what is my crew and how these agents are. One is a researcher agent and one is reporting analyst agent, and research task is using this, and these are the tasks. Those are the crew. You are defining how many tasks you are using. You can have multiple agents, but you can use only 2 agents here. You can have multiple tasks and you can use smaller tasks here. So this is where you are defining what is your team consist of, who is working on what. Then you are going into the main and you are saying what is the topic here is by default AI LLMs, and it is going to research and give you about AI LLMs. Okay. So if I come here and run, so there is no environmental file, I think, because we did not added any API keys. That's where it is failing here. Okay. So if I will go the code that I created, then we will run again. So if you see here, I created one project using the same command, and it is created a source where you have configurations, where I created the simple one agent that is going to write a Python. His role is a Python developer. He is going to write a code for you. So you are giving the information, it is going to write the code, and the second task is it will going to generate the text file that you can see what is the code written by this agent, and you can use the output how it is going to run. Okay. So if I come here, I am saying I have one agent that is a coder, and it is going to use my local Docker to run and see how my code is written by the agent and execute it. That's where I am saying allow code execution on my computer true. If I make false, it is not going to execute it. So this is very risky that you are asking LLM to execute something on your local computer. So you can give that one. Then
Could you release this part, Docker part?
Docker is your own environment within your computer. You are creating the Docker container where you want to run some specific code or host the websites and all those things. So I have my own Docker. So that is where it will run. You can specify where this code has to be run. I don't want to run on my own computer. It has to go into this specific Docker and run it. That's where I created this.
So I have to install Docker in my machine?
Yes, yes. Else you can give permission to run on your local computer. It is okay with you. If it is okay with you, you can do that. Okay.
No problem with that.
So then I have main where I am going to give the prompt assignment. Is there any prompt that you want to write? I gave write a Python program. generate random 50 numbers between 1 to 10,000 and calculate average, sum, print and max, or any prompt that you can give here. Okay, so let's go here where I am. Oh, I was running into. So let's verify that I have API keys. I have API keys for all. So let's go and verify our Crew AI where I am giving where is agent file. So if you see here, I gave GPT-40 mini as LLM. Okay, you can specify any other ML. You want to use Anthropic or DeepSeek or some other. You can specify which LLM you want to use, and I am using that, and I am outputting the data in code.output. Okay, so just let's run Crew AI. What was the command? I forgot. UV runner QBR. So this agent is executing the task and generating the code that we can see in the output file. Okay. So if we see it generated the random numbers and executed it, and sum, average and maximum and minimum. If I go here, my code, where is the output? So import random is a code, and then tool is equal to sum random numbers and average sum, and prepare the result, and it is printing it. This is a code generated by the agent that you defined, and it went and created the code and executed in your Docker and make sure that the code is perfect and gave you the answer. Any questions on this?
But you have two agents, the research and the analytics.
No. So I didn't use that one, right? If you see here, I have only one agent, that is a Python developer, and job of this agent is to first plan, and code will plan, and second task is to generate the code and output the file. Okay.
So you have two different projects.
Yes, two different projects.
So brother, when you ran Crew AI run, so in that case, this particular program was deployed as a Crew AI Docker container, and then all the code ran there, or the specific LLM you chose, for example, GPT-4 mini, right? A container was spun up for the LLM, and then Crew AI execute that the command from that LLM.
Yeah.
How the deployment?
That's a good question. So what happened is, once you run Crew AI run, so what it will do is it will go to the agent and see what agent job is. It will go to the ChatGPT and use the API and give this assignment to the ChatGPT. Okay. So and ChatGPT is going to take this assignment and complete it, and it is going to give you a code back. So the task here is the Crew AI, you are going to take that, because in the agent I mentioned that it has to run local execution. After the data that came from LLM, it makes sure that it has the information and execute it, and if it is wrong, it is going to send back to the LLM and say that this is error, and it is going to send back, and you will take it, and until it will correct it all, then only it will output it.
That's good. But how can we use this for like a private task or something like that?
Same thing, you create your own project, you define your own agents and do it. I will show you another project that will make you more clear, okay?
I think once you have OpenAI key ID, so there is no, like, you have to send it to the public. There is no, I think his question is, can he use like local LLM, not send it to the...
Yeah, well, if you change this agent, where is the source? If you have your local LLM, you have to mention instead of GPT-4 mini, you have to mention your Llama local LLM, and it will use your local LLM to generate the code. You can mention this LLM whatever you want. You want to use OpenAI, or you want to use a Facebook Llama that is free of cost, or you want to use any other DeepSeek AI or AliExpress LLM or whatever you want. Okay. So let's go through another example there where it will be more clear. Okay. So I want to do the book research. Okay, I want to read the book, or I want to know what are the latest books are available in the market, and I want to do that one. So you can directly go into the ChatGPT and do it, or you can give this interface to your people and they can do it. So for doing that one, let's go through again what I did. So agent, what I am doing is there are multiple agents I created. So one is trending book agent. Go and research on the websites wherever possible and give me the research on particular topic, what are the trending books available in the market. That is the one agent. The next is top novelist agent. So go and find out which books are getting released and how. For doing this one, I am using OpenAI, and this is also OpenAI, I can change that one. Then research, who are the authors, specific market size and audience, demographic, and all the information that I want to know about that research topic. Okay, these are the three agents I created. Those are going to work in the background and get the information. Okay, and each agent has its specific task. So topic, trending topic task is research, identify current trending book titles in 2025. I don't want to go back to late, I want latest one, that's where I put this one, and research, and I provided this detail like how it has to generate the output in the format whatever the research happened. Okay.
Really quick, I'm sorry. So are the novelist agent is researching the novel, the writers of the books that the booking agent found?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So how are they, does he write that in your script to connect them or something?
Yeah, so see, that's where you are mentioning this is processed as a sequential.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay.
When you mention sequential means, so for what it will do is it will go first, it will go to the first agent. The first agent is going to do the research, then it is going to be top second agent, novelist agent, then the third agent is going to print out all the information.
So what's the difference if we use like direct ChatGPT or something?
You can use the ChatGPT too.
I mean, what's the difference between the results? So it's the same result, or?
No, here the advantage is you can use this one, you can use the ChatGPT, you can use here for Anthropic, here you can use the DeepSeek, or you can verify multiple information. ChatGPT may not giving you all the information. So
No, his question is like, what is the application for this?
The use cases.
So instead
Use
of
case.
yeah.
no, so how do you do in the ChatGPT?
So if I go directly to ChatGPT and ask it, the ChatGPT to just list the recent books and make a summary about these books, what's the novels, what's the authors, and
Okay, and you want that into the particular format. What do you do?
Write another prompt.
Yes. Okay, and then so you want to standardize this. You want to have in particular format and going to give to this someone. Then you are developing the things. So again you want to do it, again you have to write the prompt. So that is where ChatGPT is creating this your own personalized agent where you can create your own things. But this is where your application, you want to standardize your output and you want to give that to the some other people, okay, in the standard format, that and using the multiple verifications. You want to use multiple agent like.
So can you, where it says LLM there, can you put multiple, can you like put, I see you have OpenAI there, but can you put Anthropic there as well? Or
No, only one at a time.
One at a time, okay.
One at a time. You can use the DeepSeek, yes.
Okay.
The sources for the references that you're picking up,
Mhm.
are those just online blogs, or are you going to peer-reviewed, or can go to peer-reviewed sources?
You can peer review the resources too. But currently I am using directly go and research online.
And you would use API calls for that, or
Yeah.
web crawling?
It is a web crawling.
Web crawling.
Yeah. You can use, there are different tools that you can specify. That's where the tools are going to come into the picture.
And you said you can connect tools to this, right?
Yes.
Under the tools folder?
Yes.
Okay.
I will give that in the next thing. Okay.
Right. Okay, thank you.
But one more thing, like, can a task be assigned to only a single agent? For example, in a task.yaml file, you have every task assigned to a single agent. Can a same task be assigned to multiple agents as well?
No, task is one agent. So if you are going to the task, you have agent, you have to specify which agent you are using. You have to create another task and assign to another agent. You can't have one task to the multiple agents.
So the other question is, so now using different LLMs, so you would have to create another agent to do the same thing with the different LLM if you wanted it. Okay, so it would be okay, and then they will all feed into.
Yes.
It would be sequential. It would feed into the novelist, and then it would go into the. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Did you, brother, did you write these, how did you write all of these lines? Like, did you use ChatGPT, or is it from Crow AI?
No, Crew is going to give you, as I said, so let me go back, where is that? First Crew, right? So first Crew, that project I created, if you go here and come on. Crew AI going to give you this one by default. One research agent, one research reporting analyst, and it is going to give you one task, that is research task and reporting task. This as a sample configuration file. You have to modify it.
Yes, how did you modify
I wrote it.
Wrote it in ChatGPT?
No, I wrote it on with my coding skills. You write it, so whatever the definition you want to do for the book research, I wrote these things. So this goal and backstory and all these things, I wrote it.
But this is, I could just ask ChatGPT to write it for me.
You can.
Because it's not Python, is it like just Node, correct?
Yeah, you can. Okay, any more questions? So let's run this one and
Tools. Can you show what is that you are given in the tools?
sorry, which one?
He asking about the tools in the right, in the list, right?
Yes. So this is a Serper dev tool. Okay. Serper is a tool. I think I opened that one. If you go and log into the Serper, Serper is a API answering to his question. So this is where I provided. Serper is a one tool that will go and search on the Google, and it is Google based API interface where you can create the API using the Serper, and it will go and search the prompt on the Google, and Google going to give you all the books trending in current, and take that input and you are providing that to this LLM, and LLM is going to again give the answer. So that I mentioned here in top novelist, I am saying that use the Serper dev tool, and trending book also use the Serper dev tool.
So Serper is only for creating that
searching on the internet.
Okay.
You want to search on the internet and get the information.
But it's only for Google, you say, not for.
It is. I heard that Serper is using the mostly Google search. It may developing its own search also. It may, but currently Serper is mostly Google-based search. It is going to provide the prompt into the Google, and output it will take it and pass it to LLM.
So brother, this server dev tool seems like it's a function. So you define this function, or it is coming from 2A directly?
No. It is Serper dev tool is a function that if you import Serper dev tool.
Okay, got it. Okay. So these are all the tools defined within 2A itself.
Yes. Okay, so let's go back and I didn't run this one. This is first time I am running. Let's see what books it is going to search, and I think I provided this as about Islam. So it is going to search about the Islamic book trending. That I don't know what output is going to come out. So
How can you get these projects? Like, is it like, are you comfortable sharing your projects?
yeah, yeah, I will share it. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, it is done. Let's see what output it created. Total Islamic literature market, which include books, e-books, and other format, was approximately 4.5 billion in 2023. I didn't know that. So reaching about 6 billion by 2030. So it is a big market for Islamic book based on this research agent, and it is going audience demographic are all over increasing, and 18 to 34 years. Key authors Khaled Hosseini, Mohsin Hamid, Leela Abdullah, and Fatima Farheen Mirza.
I think you did all the Muslim authors.
Yeah.
These three were Islamic books.
Yeah, I put as a topic, as if you see, I put as topic at about Islam. So that's where it is giving you all this information related to the Islam only. And key insight, it did all this research in top novelists. So it did not provided anything, and what are trending books. The Echo of Shadow, release date January 15, and Heart of Abyss, and
When you have like not sufficient output, is it because of you used the old LLM or because of this server?
it depends on Serper and the tool that you use. If I change that OpenAI to the Anthropic, you will get the different result. And if I use the DeepSeek, you will get the different result. And if I run the same tool again, you will get the different result.
Why? I mean, is it because it's not.
Yeah, it is dynamic. That's the beauty of LLM, and you can see that you won't get the same answer. If you go and ask the same question, it will give the different answer.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, so what is the function of server? What was it? Sorry.
Which one? Serper?
Yeah.
So Serper is a search, that API based search. You go on the Google and search it, right? So instead of that, the prompt it will do is internally Crew AI will search for you on the Google and get the output.
I know. So what is the point of LLM if you do Google search? Like, what is the which one pass to the other one?
So if I am so you want to search on the web and then provide that information to LLM to formulate, then use the Surface tool. If you don't want to go on the Google, directly go onto the OpenAI, don't use the tool, just tell to the LLM and it will go and search it and give it to you. But most of the time what is going to be happen in LLM is LLM are behind 2 years or 1 year behind the data. So they are not going to get you the 2025 data, they are going to get you 2023 data, 2020 data because they don't have latest information.
So you use LLM to format the information from Google?
Google, yes.
That's beautiful.
I'm just curious on the tree structure, the file tree structure for the tool you just created. I'm assuming that higher up is the book researcher,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have knowledge, that's your preferences, then your output.
Yeah.
Then you've got the workers under the source,
Mm-hmm.
the book researcher, we've got the config,
Mm-hmm.
the tools, tests, and then everything else is just the root directory,
Yes.
the env file, and they get ignored and all that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And it ends at the UV log,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you can add as many tools as you want within a single Crew Python file, or each tool has its own separate.
So tools can be added at the task level. So if you go here task, you can get the, if you are creating the Crew, right? So if you are creating the agent, and in the agent you are saying that this agent should be using the tool or not using the tool. So if you see this task, I am not using any tool because it is the task that is completed. So for other things I am using the tool.
So you're defining the tool in the Crew file, but then you're putting the prompts in the task, what you want it to do.
Yes.
Okay.
That's good.
What is the tools folder then? I was thinking you were doing it in the tool.
No, no.
You have one more folder there by name tools, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So this is by default it is created by the Crew AI. I am not using anything. What you are changing is you are first creating the agent. You are defining the agent in a hierarchical or sequential format. This is sequential, means first you run this agent, then this agent, this agent. Then I am defining the task. What are the tasks that I am doing it, and each task done by which agent. So this task has to be used by this agent. This task has to be used by this agent, and this other task has to be used by this agent. Then I am combining this task and agent together to define my Crew. This is my whole team.
Oh, okay.
Crew is a whole team. In this one I have 1 agent, 2 agent and 3 agents, and each agent has task, and for agent I am providing separate tool or some other information or not. I can give here lot of other information like memory, database, RAG, and all other things you can provide to the agent that it can use for completing its goal.
Which you define in the agent's line
Yes.
file. Okay. Where do you control the execution, whether it's sequential, parallel?
Yes, that is here. So if
in
you
the main, or in the Crew?
in the main,
In the main.
no, sorry, I take it back. It is in the Crew only. I think here. When you are defining the Crew, you are defining all the agents and tasks, and then you are saying it is a sequence.
Sequential, okay. So you just say parallel if it's parallel.
Yes.
Do you need any additional Python libraries for the parallel, or it happens in the Crew AI infrastructure?
It will happen in that one. You have to define as a Crew manager that manages, and in the manager YAML file you will define that how that manager is going to manage different agents.
Very nice, thank you.
Do Crew AI, they charge you?
No, Crew AI is a free.
Oh, that's good. The first one is free. Okay, so my question for you, if I want to deploy this one and put it online, so people they just write what is Islam, like the scene one,
Yeah.
then they return this. How can I do that?
You can deploy this into the, again as I showed how I deployed my resume. you can create this as a API, the app, and deploy into the Hugging Face, or you can use the AWS, or there are different deployment platform where you can deploy this application, where people can go just type, oh, I want to know latest Islamic book, and it is going to give the answer, and it's going to give all the answers. Okay.
So do I need to do like any like deployment like from here? So they just to generate a new file.
It will generate the file. You can copy this file and put into your wherever you want to deploy it, like how you deploy the websites. It created all Python work, and you can take these Python libraries and put it into the whichever environment. There are many environments where you can host the Crew AI applications. Okay. So last one, I have 7 minutes. So I want to have, let's assume you want to develop your own engineering team. You have your own concept you want to develop. Instead of hiring multiple people, you are saying one is technical lead, one is a developer, one is a tester. You will assign the project, and they will document it and do it and complete your whole engineering team. You can create as a Crew AI. So for again going back, the task is, one is engineering lead who will have this goal, and backstory is he is a lead, and I am using this here is the DeepSeek, because I tried with the Anthropic, lot of money. it is eating up almost $10 for one task, so it is costly. But if you do same use the DeepSeek, it is cents. So I use the DeepSeek after learning it. So if you are trying this, use the DeepSeek, I will strongly suggest. But Anthropic is good. The code that is generated by the Anthropic is completely different than the OpenAI and the DeepSeek. So whichever, how much you can afford, you define. Then I have a backend engineer who write the backend code, who take the requirements and understand it and write the class, what class name I want and what module name I want. I can define that standards. And I have a front end engineer who will design only the front end based on the requirement. And I have a test engineer who will test whatever the generated by the front end engineer and the back end engineer. This is where the scary part comes, like, oh, how I'm going to lose my job or not.
No, I'm thinking more like, how do you control their behavior from a governance perspective?
That is very, very good question. That is some of the drawbacks of this Crew AI, where you don't have a lot of control how they are executing, how much resources. I am going to share that disadvantage of using the Crew AI, where there is no governance. You are just you are giving autonomy to the agents to use it and use users.
Will never replace humans.
That's where that is, you rightly said. That's where we should not be scared of. This showed scary, but it will generate. Sometime I generated it, created completely wrong file. It is not executing. Then you need it. But at least it will give you 60% of work that what you want to do.
But brother, there's a test folder as well. So I thought we basically can kind of create tests to validate the outcome of the prompt, like all the tasks that the agent is doing.
Yeah. So no, I am giving the test engineer so that it will validate. So after they complete it, so it will do engineering Python coding skill, write the test cases and do the test.
No, what I was asking was that yes, to basically make sure that whatever we want this particular program to do, we can also kind of create tests so we basically can validate that whatever is expected is being done.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Also, the backstory can contain some restrictions, right? If you want to say you cannot do this.
Yes. Yes.
Backstory can have some restrictions.
Yes. All restriction, all information you can put in the backstory. So task, write unit test cases as I said. So different tasks are there for what are the tasks for engineering lead, and what are the code tasks for the back-end engineer, and what are the tasks for front-end engineer are mentioned here, and the output is going to be app.py that we can run it in the output file. Okay, so in the Crew AI again it is same. So agents are there. Engineering lead is, it is not using any tools, and for the backend engineering, because he is writing the code, he need my Docker access. So I am code execution should be safe, and maximum execution time is 500. If it is exceeding that, and retries, I am limiting that because it is going to eat up your resources and money. I am saying maximum retries are 3. You can mention as many as you want. Same thing with the front end engineer, you will giving some information, and other test engineer again the same thing. The tasks, different tasks, design task and code task and front end task and test task, and create research queue where agents are there. Again, this is a sequential flow where first engineering, if I go back here, what is going to happen is first engineering lead is going to read the requirement and going to go to the DeepSeek and ask to provide that information in a right format, and the backend engineer is going to define the backend all code, and front end engineer is going to do the front end coding, and once they complete everything, the test engineer go and test it and make sure this is working.
The output for one of the tasks can serve as an input to the other.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
so it's
Sequential means that one. So this one is using, because I am using the model name and class names, so that may be used by test engineer model name and class name to test it. So I ran this one and it generated, first I used the OpenAI, and OpenAI generated a code that was not executable. So then I used the Anthropic and it did it, and then I used DeepSeek also. DeepSeek also did it. So let's see what interface it created. So if you see here, so all this code is generated by the LLM. So, okay, sorry, I forgot to show you what I put as a requirement, right? So, if I go here, and where is it? So, simple member management system, Mac Center for managing registration of member login and logout. The members can be log in and log out, putting their name, email address, and confirm password, phone number, and system allowed you to create the account, and they can log in using email and password, and they can view their profile, and they can see how many clubs Mac Center has, and all this information I gave in our main file. Like these are the system requirements that you have to generate it. And it generated this interface where it created the registration, and it has login and log out, and the clubs that are offered by enroll, you can enroll each club mentioning the enrollment, and you can see what are the things and the portfolio that we have and all these things. This is created by default by the LLM, just taking that as a system prompt.
Question. So I want to add another feature to this, and I want the agent to complete from the last step he reached. How we can do that?
In this one,
Yeah.
you have to give in the backstory that you have to start from that particular task. In the backstory, you have to say that, oh, I already have this code, it is working like this, and use this code as a backend and continue the continuation work, and it is going to do it.
Okay, got it.
is it really go to MAC registration and all that?
It created local database. It created local database completely working functional. So I didn't do anything. It is completely working in the first step, and then you modify based on your UI skills or your backend skills. Just do it. Okay.
And if at all this has to be connected to, let's say, an existing database. For example, Mac may already have something similar. If I want to connect to that, and in the real time, it should do that job.
Yes, you can do it. So I don't have a lot of time, but quickly I will go through. There are lot of best practices, and what are the things you can use the tools integrations, and you can use the memory systems where short-term memory, long-term memory. You can use the databases and monitoring. You can do the logging, performance, and you can do your own custom tools like decorator, custom implementation, and you also can do output validation. I want this into the particular output, and all those things can be done at the each agent level and each task level.
What sort of memory is it use? Does it use it by default, or is this something you have to add?
You can create your own database that is as a long-term memory. Short-term memory is you can create your own sessions and all those things and give those as a short-term memories.
So it's just tables and
Yes, table, Excels, and all those things.
or vector embedding.
Vector, web data embedding, RAG, and all those.
Knowledge base?
Knowledge base.
Use logical knowledge graph?
Yes. All those things can be do in the tools integrations, and API calls also you can do. You already have some code execution. You want to execute those code before you do your task. You can do that one too. It is very powerful, but only as I said. So there are some drawbacks like resource usage. You can't control how much resource it is using. So it is Crew AI is internally running, and you can add it, and overhead cost, like each agent communicates some latency, and biggest challenge I saw was debugging. Debugging is very difficult, like how it executed and how you trace it back, and you have to just trust it. Okay, done it. If I take, so it generated one file, app file. It is completely not working. So I use that app AI and give it to the Anthropic to modify it, and it modified me, give it me, and I used it. But it created some type of things. So those type of things you have to manage it.
So based on your expert opinion, how is this different from having an AI augmented IDE, for example, like Cursor or VS Code or something like that, that can create these things for you? You're only using one language model, of course, and you're telling it what to do. But it can technically generate similar things for you, like a website and forms and all that. What's the differentiator for Crew AI versus just using AI-enhanced IDE?
No, in AI, in IDE is where you will start the development, right? But still you need a framework. So the framework, one is a Crew AI. Gemini has their own framework. I like the Gemini framework. That is, you can easily use it in Gemini framework. They also have a different model. Gemini, Google Gemini framework. They're all multi-agent framework. And Anthropic has a MCP. You can use that as a framework. And OpenAI has OpenAI their own agentic framework, but they are going to cost you. So every framework has a different aspect. But this one is very easy POC type of thing. You want to do it and prove it out easily and deploy it into the things infrastructure. Then the Crew AI is the easiest to use it. But the Gemini is a more professional way of enterprise governance model where you can have a lot of controls, how you are interacting with the things. I will suggest if you are using for the bigger organization, the Google Gemini or the agentic framework is the best framework. I used it. But there is a difference, right? IDE is where you will do the development, but you need a framework where you are controlling the agents, interaction, and LLM, cost, and all those things. That's where these frameworks are going to come into the picture, where it is going to add a value.
Who's the best user for Crew AI? Like what is like?
It is open source.
I know what is the like for me, for example, how can I use it for to generate website to do what?
For any AI based any application that you are developing where you want to have everything is automatically handled by the LLMs, you are not doing any action human interfaces, human just verifying it, that type of thing you want to develop, then use the Crew AI. It is a complete full-fledged application development using the LLMs. Any other questions?
Question is like, do we have a Google folder for Medina Lab? So do we have this or no?
I don't know. Moaz can.
Do we have a Google folder so we can get these projects?
Yeah, we can actually share the project itself or the source code. Yeah, can we put it in the GitHub?
Yeah, I can put it in the GitHub.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And do you have GitHub?
Yeah, I have GitHub.
Yeah, and yeah, once you share it with me or Fahad, and I will share it in the group if you want.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you, brother Sajid. And welcome to Medina Lab. If you new here and this is your first session, please join us. We have every week we have a workshop, and sometime on Thursday we have a TikTok after Maghrib. So please join us. And
Sure.
if you need more information,
I have
you
a
can
question
go to
for
the
you.
medinalab.com,
I need
the
to do
medinalab.com
like,
website, and you can get
like
all
people,
events that we have.
the user will upload CS file, so
In the WhatsApp
numeric
group,
file.
right now.
Then I need like them to ask any question, like,
Yeah, I know.
like for example,
So-
do
so here's the thing.
scatter plot,
We have all the
do
things
any
actually
kind of
recorded. So
plot
if you go to the
using
YouTube,
this data,
and search
and
on
the model
medinalab.com,
generate
you will find the
output
recorded
for them
session.
figure.
Yeah,
And
you can
you
do
Can
it.
you do
the
with
slides
this?
Yeah,
there.
you can do it.
But I need to
yeah,
run it
go on,
locally, like using,
just
I
send
need
us a
to use
message. We'll
my
try to
LLM
reach
with
out.
the API.
You can do that.
Share with everybody for any slides.
So one task
We are
is
working on
to
that,
get
so we
the
have a plan,
command,
inshallah, for everyone
generate
to
code from the command, then run it in the Docker,
Exactly.
correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
You create the agent where one agent will read your file, one agent is process that file, and one agent who will generate each type of plot, whatever the plot you want. So each agent has different plot that capability. You can mention that and it will create it.
Yeah.
So I need to create agent for each plot.
That will be better. That will be better because each agent has, you can modify that plot later. Oh, this plot is not working. I want to change X, Y, or Y or things. Then it is easy for you.
So the question is, where is happening the running happening in my computer?
Yes, your computer.
So I have to have like in my computer. Okay. So I need to. What things I need to install in my computer?
You need to install Cursor. You need to install Docker, and you need to install Python. And Cursor will come with the install Python and all those. That's all.
And then also I need to download the
Model.
and point
Yes.
to the.
If you are not sending the data outside, no need to download the model. Model is what you are using for. If data is residing locally and you are not sending that to the LLM, then no need for model. Model will just following plan.
What do you mean no need for model?
No need to download the model. You can still install it.
Thank you, brother. No, I need to use the model locally. I don't want to.
What you
send-
are using model for?
Like I have, I work with the University of Michigan Hospital. So our data is
Python library already has all the things to generate your plots and everything. So no need for LLM. You no need to.
No, the LLM will generate the code.
For what?
When you write language, then this language will convert to code, Python code, and this Python code will run in your data.
Yeah, that is running in your local, not going in LLM.
But who will generate? Who will convert the language to the
LLM, and it is going to give you back the code, and as that code is still running on your local only. You are sending the information to LLM, and it is processing and generating the output and giving you output back, and taking that and you are running that again your data on your local. You are not using the LLM again. You are running on your local. So only you are using LLM when you are sending the data there and getting the data.
Okay. So I'm not uploading because ChatGPT,
No need to, yeah, no.
ChatGPT they have option to upload
No need,
files.
no need to.
Okay. What is your GitHub page? Like, how can I find you in GitHub?
Yes, and give me your number. I will forward you. I didn't made my thing public, so.
Oh, 313.
So I registered for the membership. So is there like a orientation or something that you guys?
What is number?
313 608 93 63.
Your name?
Fadl.
Be an orientation.
FADHL.
I got you. Okay. Okay. So I'll wait for that.
Fazal?
Yes.
Inshallah.
Okay.
You can text me then I can.
Okay.
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 Oh, okay. Jazakallah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Inshallah.
Osama,